And we are live. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the HackSmarter Twitch channel. My name is Tyler, or if you're watching this after the fact on my YouTube channel, welcome to my YouTube channel. Say this every time, but I mean it. It is an honor to have you taking the time to hang out with me. Usually I say this evening, but it's actually daytime where I live right now. And the cool thing, guys, about being a pen tester, which is what I do, often Fridays are dedicated to report writing. And if you are efficient with your report writing, sometimes you have some downtime for research time on Friday. So this is my research time. So shout out to Rhino for giving me the flexibility to jump on stream and hang out with all of you guys. I am happy to be here, and we are going to dive back into the Red Team Capstone network. I do want to show off, check out this sweet swag TryHackMe sent me for streaming. I got the official Red Team shirt. They'll send me a water bottle and a sweatshirt, but I don't have those on me right now. But I do have my Red Team Capstone shirt on. So thank you to all of you at TryHackMe for this opportunity and for sending the swag over. All right, let me get Twitch chat pulled up, and I will just say, guys, a few things, especially if you're new to my stream. One, I am not an expert. So I just said I'm a pen tester, but I haven't been a pen tester for long. I've only been a pen tester for about 7 months, and I do web app pen testing. I do not do AD or internal type stuff. My AD training comes from a previous job I had at a bank, as well as the AD networks on TryHackMe, and when I took the OSCP, I had to do AD for that as well. So that's where my AD training comes from. So just know when it comes to AD, I'm still a noob. Heck, when it comes to any of this stuff, I'm still a noob. So we're going to stumble through this together, and the other thing that's different than other content creators is I have not done this ahead of time. So we are learning as we go. Maybe we'll get somewhere today. Maybe we won't. This is the 7th part of the stream. Hopefully we get something. Our goal right now is to get to the root DC. But like I said, I don't know what path we're going to take. I am learning as I go. And I like to picture this as a team, right? Teamwork makes the dream work is what I tell my kids. We got a little over 30 people on stream right now watching live. So guys, we're a team. If you have ideas, things for me to try, let me know in the chat. And we'll see if we can work our way through this together. We will succeed together. Usually I'm on stream late in the evening, like 9 p.m. Central Time, but here I am. And we'll see where we get today. I think I'm still planning on joining again tonight, but we'll see where we end up at, and I'll let you guys know. So here's a recap of where we've been. We got domain admin, and I made my own domain admin account. So if you guys are on the 116 network, first of all, don't hit that dang reset button because you break my persistence every time you do that. I created my own account on the VPN server. So there's a Tenebrae 93 account there. And on the Corp DC, I made my own domain admin account. So if you even do net user Tenebrae 93, you can see I made my own account and I made my own domain admin account so that other users don't interfere with what I'm doing. So don't log in as Tenebrae 93, and I would appreciate it. Our goal today is to see if we can go from Corp DC to root DC. Now, my initial thought, and I shared this on stream, I just realized I'm not sharing my screen. Let me share my screen. So to go from Corp DC right here to root DC, and my initial thought is to abuse the trust relationship between a child domain controller and a parent domain controller. And the reason I say that's my initial thought is that's actually what the TryHackMe room teaches you to do. So this is supposed to be the capstone for the Red Team learning pathway. So if you haven't done this pathway, I do encourage you to do it. Even if it's after this capstone goes away, come back and do this. This is a really good room. You can see I did get 100% on it. So I spent a lot of time going through this. And this is one of the best ways to learn AD. Amoeba Man, who is the creator of this network, also created almost all these AD networks to teach you how to enumerate and exploit AD. And this is what I use to pass the OSCP. So I believe it's in exploiting AD. It might be persisting as well. Let's see where it is. One of these is going to be abusing trust. And you can even see this is very similar to how things are set up. We have a child DC, and if we go over here, we have our child DC, and then you have the root DC, and here we have a root DC. Knowing that Amoeba Man made both the Trimento network as well as this exploiting AD network, this is my guess that this is going to be the way that we do it. And I think we'll be able to do it with domain trust. And I actually need to refresh my own understanding of this, so let's read through this together. So even though we have access to tier 0 infrastructure, which we do, that is still not enough. We have only exploited the ZA TryHackMe, surely, blah, blah. Domain trust is discussed in the AD basics room. A forest is a collection of one or more domain trees inside an AD network. Domain trusts are mechanisms. Two main types, directional, transitive. So directional, the direction of the trust flows from a trusting domain to a trusted domain. And transitive, the trust relationship extends beyond just two domains to include other trusted domains. It's common to have a root or parent domain in a forest, in our case, and we can see that in our example on Trimento. All right, KRBTGT and golden tickets. KRBTGT is the account used for Microsoft's implementation of Kerberos. The name is derived from Kerberos and ticket granting ticket. Essentially, this account acts as a service account for the Kerberos Distribution Center service, which handles all Kerberos ticket requests. This account is used to encrypt and sign all Kerberos tickets for the domain. Since the password hash is shared by all domain controllers, they can then verify the authenticity of the received ticket granting ticket when user requests access to resources. Looking over the chat, Gar7 said, yo, what up, Tyler? Good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon. Good to have you guys here. And I should say, I need to get my daughter from school in a little more than an hour. So I'll be on stream, guys, for an hour. And then if I don't have any projects on my job side of things, I'll jump back on stream after I get my daughter home from school. So I do have to interrupt our stream in about an hour to go pick up my daughter from school. We live like a block away from the school, so I just walk there and walk home. Okay, however, what if we want to generate our own ticket granting tickets to grant us access to everything? This is known as a golden ticket attack. In a golden ticket attack, we bypass the KDC altogether and create our own ticket granting tickets, essentially becoming a ticket granting server. Let's do that. In order to forge ticket granting tickets, we need the following information. Okay, let's grab this, and here are all my very unorganized notes. My OneNote looks a lot neater. Here's what my OneNote looks like. And I still need to transfer all my notes over here. So here's my OneNote where I was originally doing notes as we were working our way through machines, but I've just kind of been doing a running command list here. So here are the pieces that we need. I'm just going to space these out. Oops, did not mean to do that. And then as we get this information, we'll drop it in here. So we need 4 pieces: a fully qualified domain name of the domain, which we have that, the secret identifier of the domain, the username of the account we want to impersonate, and the KRBTGT password hash. All right, let's go back to this room. The first 3 are usually easy to recover. The last one requires a domain compromise, which we have a domain compromise. Just like in this room, we just compromised a tier 0 admins group with a forged certificate. We did it in a different way, but we still compromised it. So we are in a position to recover the KRBTGT password hash. We will use Mimikatz with the DC sync to recover the KRBTGT password hash on THM server 2. Now we may have to turn off AV. Let's just open up PowerShell here. And I am logged in right now as my domain admin account. We do who am I. You can see Tenebrae 93, and if we do net user Tenebrae 93 domain, you can see my account I created is a domain admin. So that's the account that I'm logged into. You could do this as the administrator account, but remember, in a real red team engagement, even in this network, someone else might RDP as administrator, and guess what? You're going to get kicked out. So if you get administrator access, make your own account in order to establish persistence, and then just hope other TryHackMe users do not reset the network, because although I've set up persistence every time I've done this, I've had to reset up my persistence every day because people reset these networks thinking they're broken when likely they're just doing something incorrectly. And even if one attack path, guys, is broken, there's multiple attack paths to do everything. So if one's broken, try something else. It's very realistic to a legit pen test or a red team engagement. So we are logged in as Tenebrae 93. I don't think I opened this as admin though. I need to open an elevated PowerShell. Run as administrator. Yes. And now we're going to ask OpenAI. How do I turn off Windows firewall with PowerShell for testing so he doesn't freak out on us? Oh, I meant Windows Defender, not firewall. Whoops. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, that command. Okay, didn't copy. Sometimes I notice when you have an RDP session through here, you have to do it in this first. We'll see if we can eventually get this. Copy, paste, there we go. And now, haha, turn it off. Now we should be able to just load Mimikatz. And we need to transfer it over to this system from our attack box. There's a few different ways we could do this. I might just put it on. We have here, if I do CD, actually if I switch user to Tenebrae 93, ha ha ha. I made my own folder and everything. Okay, and now I could maybe grab Mimikatz, the binary, from my attack machine. Let's grab this one right there. Maybe. Copy, paste there, and then sudo python3.m https server 80 just to host it. And then back on our SSH, we can do wget whoops. So far, so good. Looking over the chat, ATB said, "Hey Tyler, hope you're well. I'm thinking of doing EJGP soon and then doing OSAP. EJPT will be my first cert. What are your thoughts?" So I've never taken the EJPT, but I've heard really good things about it. And I do think that's a good step way into the OSCP. OSCP will be good. PMPT will be good. I've heard really good things about Hack the Box's new pen testing cert, CPTS. But for the name value, OSCP might be your best bet to kind of get past that HR filter. For realism, I think PMPT or the Hack the Box cert are both going to be really good as well. But EJPT does sound like a good kind of stepping stone. Okay, so what we did is we transferred the binary to this because this is the VPN server, and I think we can now do sudo python3-m bserver, and we'll do 8080 because I don't think that port's running. Let's see if that works. Okay, and then from here we can do wget. Well, let's go to the CDC users dir CD to Tenebrae 93, CD desktop, wget 10.200.113.12, I think. Oh, I need to specify the port though. Hold up. Oh no, I have the wrong subnet. I think I'm on the 116 subnet, not 113. That didn't work. Do I need to specify an out file in PowerShell? Maybe. Positional parameter cannot be found that accepts argument. Do I need to do -o for out file? There we go. Now we have Mimikatz on there, and now we'll go back to this and just close it so nobody else tries to access it. And that's closed. Okay, so now we have Mimikatz on the domain controller in my Tenebrae 93 user folder. And I'm going to go ahead and see if I can make this text a little bit bigger so you guys can see it better on screen. Font, we'll just change it to we'll change it to 20, shall we? Okay, looking over the chat. Strictly Dominant said, "What's up, Tyler? I was worried when you brought up ChatGPT you were guys going to end up having a freestyle battle again." Nah, dude, I pwned ChatGPT in our last rap battle. He doesn't want to go against me again. He's scared. If y'all missed my rap battle with ChatGPT, you got to find it on my YouTube. Best video I've ever made. Yeah, dude, I had a freestyle against ChatGPT. You got to find it on YouTube. Focus on hacking. I'll show you guys later if I have time. We'll see how far we get, but I'm limited on time since I got to go pick up my daughter. But I did do a freestyle rap battle against ChatGPT, and if you go to the Tyler Ramsbey YouTube page, go back through it, you'll find it. And I did a legit freestyle, and I won. Like, one thing about me, guys, is I actually used to rap, used to travel around and perform. So that's where this microphone comes from. I used to record other artists and make money. Used to make music myself. I don't do that anymore just because I'm too busy, but I can legit rap. Check it out. You'll be surprised, I think, in a good way. All right. Let's look back at this. So we're going to run Mimicat. So let's go ahead and do that. Make sure it runs correctly. Okay. Good to go. And now we need to do this. But ours is going to be a little bit different. I'll even save it in my commands here so I have the information. So ours is going to be corp like that. I think is how we want to do it. Except for some reason it doesn't always copy very well when we're in the RDP session. So copy there, paste. There we go. Okay, oh, we need to do, maybe that's not going to work. Maybe we need to do a different path. So let's see how they did it. ZA.try. Oh, maybe I just need to do corp. Oh yeah, just corp, like not the full. I don't know what I'm doing. It's just corp. Just like when we looked at Tenebrae 93, it's just going to be corp, not the full thing there. Let's try that. Beautiful. I think what we need is the values here. Let's go ahead and look at our guide here. What are we grabbing again? The KRBTGT password hash. And it's right here. So let's grab that. Copy that. Pull up our notes here. The username of the account we want to impersonate, we can just be administrator, I would think. We can get the SID of the domain, the fully qualified domain of the domain. So this would be like, with this would be the root one, right? Let me understand this real quick. Well, let's just keep going. I bet it's going to make the ticket up here. Using the KRBTGT password hash, we can now forge a golden ticket to access any resource in the child domain. We already have that. We don't want to do that. However, we can take this a step further by forging an inter-realm ticket granting ticket. This is what we want to do, I think. Inter-realm TGTs are used to provide access to resources in other domains, which we want to get to the root DC. We will include extra account SIDs from other domains when we construct the golden ticket to perform this exploit. Mimikatz can assist with this, allowing us to set the extra SID section of the curb validation info structure of the Kerberos TGT. The extra SID section is described as a pointer to a list of curb SID and attribute structures that contain a list of SIDs corresponding to groups and domains other than the account domain to which the principal belongs. The key here is that we will exploit the trust the parent domain has with our child domain by adding the SID of the enterprise admins group as an extra SID to our forged ticket for the domain control of the child domain. Okay, it makes sense. The EA group belongs to the parent domain, and membership to this group essentially grants administrative privileges over the entire force. That's what we want. The default SID for this group is that 519. Before we go to exploitation, first we need to recover two SIDs. The SID of the child domain controller, which we will impersonate, and the SID of the enterprise admins and the parent domain, which we will add as an extra SID. So let's just grab this information here and add that to our path right here that we are trying to make. To cover these SIDs, we can use the ADRSAT commandlet tool. We can recover the SID of the child domain controller using the following command. Ours would be a little bit different. We can just open a new PowerShell. Okay, here's our SID. Copy that. There's the SID of our domain controller. and which we will impersonate in our forged ticket granting ticket. Okay, we can recover the SID of the enterprise admins group using the following command to query the parent controller. Okay. So let's actually just copy this command here so we get it right. Enterprise admins, ours would be root DC, right? I think that's what it would be. Doesn't want to copy for me again. There we go. SID right there for the enterprise admins for the root. So far, so good. Let's grab that and drop that into our notes. So we have the SID of the enterprise admins, which we will add as an extra SID. Okay. Exploiting domain trust. We finally have all the information required to create our forged ticket granting ticket. We will use Mimikatz to generate this golden ticket. The command will look like something like this. Can I put this to the side? I can. All right. So we have Mimikatz open. That's fine. Oh, so it's just a long command here. Let's grab this command and we'll actually open it in our notes here, and let's spend a little bit of time making sure we have this command correct. So we have Kerberos golden user administrator. Domain would be .loc, and that would be the SID here, I think. Service KRBTG RC4 password hash of the KRBTG user, which we have right here. SID of the enterprise admins group. All right, I think that all looks good to me. Go back to this. Let's make sure it copies in properly. And it does. Yes. Golden ticket submitted. That looks good so far. First, we will verify this ticket works for access to the THMDC, since it's a valid ticket for the administrator user of the child domain. Observe.loc. Did I do something wrong? Oh, I'm in Mimikatz. Let's go. I don't know if I have to reopen this so it loads it or something. Oh, wrong. Ignore that. Ignore that. That's not what we want to do. Stop. Stop, PowerShell. Stop. That's not going to work. It would be root dc.thereserve.loc and then the C drive. We got it. I think anyways, it looks like it to me. This at least confirms that the golden ticket was forged for access to the child DC. Oh, we should also now have access to the root DC, which is what we just tried, which we do. This proves that we now have fully compromised the parent domain solely by compromising one of the child domains. Okay. So if I do like dir root DC the reserve.loc C drive users, does that work? Okay. Yeah, so we have Jacob.text, must be another user who's proving access to it. So we have access, and now I can do anything, even from this box. So let's go ahead and confirm our access and get the flag, which I got to stop sharing my screen, guys, because you can't see the flags. You got to look at my face for a second. I'm going to see what flags I all need to get. So I have, I mean, foothold on parent. I can get all the other flags. I wonder if I can use the root DC to get them all, or if I need to actually go to the bank divisions, like bank division tier 2, all these different things. Let's go ahead and see if we can grab all the flags that we need. There's a few things that we need to do that. And now I can go back to share my screen because I'm not showing the flags anymore. There we go. I'm back to sharing my screen. And if we go, I can close that. We need a SSH into the citizen panel. I haven't even authenticated yet since y'all keep resetting the network. eCitizen at 10.200.1116.250. Stability through currency. Authenticate. I typed my password or my username wrong. I don't know if that'll work or not. Grab my creds. Verify email access. Create our email user. Looking over the chat. Garrett said, I see you, Tyler. You got the chops. There's a ton of cybersecurity rappers that perform at cons. Such a cool niche. Appreciate you sharing. Yeah, dude, I don't actively perform. It's just a fun thing to do. But Neo Spring said, you recommend TryHackMe over Hack the Box to someone new? Yeah, I do. Both are really good platforms, but TryHackMe is a little easier to follow, especially if you're new. This network we're doing right here, though, is not good if you're new. I mean, this is to be the capstone network for the red team pathway. I believe this network is rated as hard or insane, one of the two. This one's not going to be easy to follow if you're brand new, but hopefully by watching me, you maybe learn some cool attack vectors. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done AD. I haven't really studied AD stuff since the OSCP, so I have to refresh my learning, but I at least remember the terminology. Like as soon as I saw the two domains, I knew like, hey, we can probably abuse the child-parent trust between these domains, and it worked, which I'm happy about. From this root DC, like, we should be able to get every other flag because, for example, we have, you know, like this bank domain controller here. I should just be able to go like this. If I change this to bank DC. Oh, that didn't work. It doesn't exist. Maybe I have to think through what that looks like. I mean, I'm on the domain controller. Oh, well, I'll figure that out later. We'll just confirm this flag quick, and then I'll think through how I want to do this. I can probably set up like PowerShell remoting, PS remoting to the root DC. But I mean, I can do all commands to the root DC as well. There's a lot of things that we could do. But let's check this out. Is our flags ready? Okay, so we are going to submit proof of compromise. And we are actually all the way over here. We are bank tier 0 foothold and bank tier or root foothold and root admin. So let's do 15. Oops. So that to the side. I thought I had this command saved in here somewhere. Yeah, I do. Copy that. And we are going to do this command right here. But it looks like we need to do it in the temp directory. Like that. And if I remember right, you have to use command prompt to do it. PowerShell does not work. So let's open up command prompt on here. Run as administrator. Yes. There's no temp. Oh, is it Windows temp? I think that's my only issue. Windows temp. Yeah, duh, Tyler. What you doing with your life, bro? There we go. Could not recover the verification file? What do you mean you couldn't recover the verification file? It's right there, dog. Oh, is it because the quotes are around it? You can see that I'm in the Linux terminal way more than Windows command shell. I think it might not like my quotes. Come on, copy. Oh my goodness. I swear I spent half my time verifying flags because I do something wrong, even though I have them. Come on, why won't you copy, you scrub? Thank you. Oh my goodness, it still won't copy. I'm going to lose my mind. Copy. Make sure I'm actually on here. Echo. Right click. Thank you. Okay, let's see if it likes it better that way. Oh, I spelled my name wrong. It's looking for a capital R. Is that really the issue? Gosh, I'm silly. Okay, delete. If that's really the issue. Oh man, I think it might be. No? Guys, I have access. Oh, duh, Jester. Dude, good call. I'm doing it in the child DC because I'm dumb. I'm not doing it in the root DC, which I have access to. Oh gosh, I'm silly. All right. Good call. Thank you for correcting me on that. So now I could just like move. There. I can't believe I was missing that. For some reason, I was thinking I was on the root DC, even though I wasn't. All right, let's submit another proof of compromise. And we compromise tier 0 admin as well. So let's go ahead and do that. So same process. So we'll actually echo it like this. And then we'll specify that I'm in. PowerShell doesn't like it, so I'll have to use command prompt to the C users administrator. Oh, I already had the command. Whoops, not root.dc, just root.dc. So just the administrator file. Yeah, administrator directory. All right, cool. We got both of those flags. Now I'm going to enter in the flags, and I'm just going to grab the flags from this instead of actually going to my email, because I don't think I have my email configured yet for this subnet. The way you can do that is by verifying past compromises, but it's going to show the flag, so you guys have to just look at my screen or my face for a little bit while I do this. Verify past compromises real quick, and I'm just going to throw those flags into TryHackMe. Flag submission panel. Okay, so we have foothold on parent domain, which would be flag 15. Oh, get flag value and flag 15. Okay, got that flag. Dropping to TryHackMe right now. And the administrative access to the parent domain, get flag value, and that is flag 16. Okay, grab that flag. Beautiful. All right, got both of those flags put in. Checking out my chart, and yep, it shows that I've owned the root DC. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can establish some persistence now. I'll share my screen in just a moment. Let me just exit out of here so the flags aren't showing. I'll exit, clear, and flags are no longer showing. Let me go back to sharing my screen. Here we go. Okay, so you can see what our network looks like now. We have pwned the root DC as well as all of these domain controllers. Now we are the parent, and we just need to get into bank DC. I'm thinking there's probably a few ways that we can do this. We have the enterprise admins group, right? Can I just add my user to enterprise admins now that I have this like golden ticket thing? So that's ChatGPT how to do it. I don't know if this will work or not, but it'll make it really easy for the rest of it. Gosh, why do things not copy? Right click, copy, terminal, right click. So I have to do it. All right. Here's what I was thinking of doing as a new PS session. This command will prompt you to enter the username and password of an account with administrator privileges on the parent domain controller, which we don't technically know one, but we should be able to get one. Okay, let me think for a second of the best way to go about doing this. I can't just access the bank DC from here. Can I hit the root DC for my attack machine? Whoops. I don't know why this is so confusing to me. I have the root DC. I can run commands on it. Can I just add a local user to the root DC? So that's not going to work. I can't actually hit the root DC with this type of port forwarding. Do I need to set up another thing of port forwarding? This is going to trip my mind out on the pivoting that's going to be required for this, I think. So we're on the corp DC right now. We can hit the root DC. The root DC would be able to hit the bank DC. If I can create an enterprise admin account, that would kind of be the first step. And if I pull up this, can I do it with... Okay, that's what I was thinking of. Something like that. All right, let's give that a shot. Net use root DC the reserve.loc. Net user username. Create a new local account on the remote computer. In the command prompt, execute the following command. Create a new local account on the remote computer. Guys, don't log in. I think that'll work. Oh, I need to add. Sorry. No? Net user. Oh, net use. I see what it's doing. Hold up. I'm just being confused. We're using it and then we're doing it, I think. Can I just do that? Okay. Oh, it's not doing it to the remote computer. let's try this. So, trying not to miss anything for work. Invoke command, computer name is going to be root DC. Username is going to be Tenebrae93. Is that going to work? Do 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 do. And then we're going to set up. Do I need to do the full domain name? If we do like root DC. What if I do that? Access is denied. Okay, so we can't do it that way. If we look at, we have access to it, we can add files. I mean, we have administrative access with our golden ticket. PS exec. Maybe that's what we need, and then we can create the local account. Let's give that a shot. So, come on. Oh, good call. You should be able to DC sync the root DC and get the hash of the admin of the root domain, for example. Can I use Mimikatz for that? This is where you guys can obviously see my limited understanding of AD at this point. Like I got to this point, DC sync. So could I do like administrator here to get the local admin of root DC, I wonder? Like I wonder if this would work. So if we go back to Mimikatz, of course it doesn't copy because it doesn't like me. Oh my goodness. Dude, I'll just type it if you want me to. Is it okay? It is taking it. There we go. Error not found. Oh, because I'm doing the full thing. Remember I said I don't need to do the full thing? Y'all remember that? I kind of remember that. Oh no. How do I make it so it's on the root DC? Do I need to do corp? That's going to be the one we already have though. Yeah, domain. That's what I'm thinking. So if we do this, and now we do domain, and it would be the reserve.loc, right? No, dang it. I'm clearly not understanding this. Domain would be, I don't know. Is it not passing the ticket for some reason? Oh, freaking A, there's a typo in domain. Guys, I think I do better at night when I have less sleep. DC administrator would be the user account. You guys see any typos there? Can I do... Can't you get a shell with Mimikatz? Just thinking past memory. Oh. Here's what I was thinking. So if we do shell dir or is that... Oh, that's just an enterprise admin thing. That's not Mimikatz. I could have sworn you get a shell with Mimikatz. Dang it. Who would have thought I'd be freaking stuck this long on this part? PS exact. That's how I'm doing it. This will work too. That's going to take too long. Nope. Stop. 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 Or don't stop. pure name to run the command on. How do I import? I just run it. I need to add switches. So if we do like computer name root DC command. No, that doesn't work. Ambiguous match found. How can I just get a shell? Oh man, I gotta get my daughter pretty soon. Why am I stuck at this point, guys? What freaking dumb thing am I not seeing? I should be able to grab like all the other flags. I've pwned the root DC. I'm just trying to figure out how to create like persistence and then how to pivot. Can I just launch command.exe? Well, no crap, it doesn't exist. Oh, that's a copy it. Hold up. What does this look like again? Our parameters are command, service name, results file, service exe. Good call, Jester. I just want psexec.exe. Whatever. Let's download the whole tool thing. Do we have psexec in there? Yep, I see it. Port 8080. Okay, we have that on there. So now with PS exec, we can do psexec.exe, and then can I do root DC? I mean, you specify the full name. I think I do. That's why it's not working. I'm just going to stop it. Maybe. Let's do root DC dot the reserve dot loc. Hope it works. JesterSec said, by the way, you should be able to reach your web server on your Kali directly from the host. Oh, hey, look, we're in. Okay, we're on root DC. Finally. Okay, from root DC, and we are corp administrator on root DC. Now can I hit these other things just directly from root DC? Like, can I dir? No. What up, potato? Yeah, only took me a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and set up some persistence here. Yeah, I'm not on there, so I'm going to add a local user to this and put him in the local admin group. So if we go back to here, let's do net user Tenebrae 93. What the freak is it? System error 1359? Okay. Can I just do Mimikatz on this beast then? I think. No, dude, I'm on the root DC potato, so. Yeah, I was thinking the password policy too, but I can't do a longer password because it just fails out. It doesn't actually prompt me to do anything, right? So if I do net user Tenebrae 93 and then maybe I need to do hack 1337 like that. See, I can't do that. It doesn't even, it just automatically fails out. It just says no valid responses provided when I try to do it that way. Must just be because of how PS exec works, possibly. Let me extend the network real quick. Someone else already extended. Let's check. They did. Okay, cool. And no one has voted to reset, so that is definitely a good sign. And we are on the root DC. And now from the root DC, like if I could load Mimikatz on here, that'd be a good way to do it. Let's turn off AV though. so it doesn't interfere with this at all. Of course, it copies to this, but doesn't copy to the terminal because it hates me. I'm just going to start typing all my commands at this point. There we go. Oh, I'm not in PowerShell. I broke it. Don't do that, kids. You break it when you do that. Early today. Yeah, dude. Finished my pen test report for my real job that actually pays me money. And so I had some research time, and I'm using my research time to hang out with you guys. See if we can make our way through this. We have pwned the root DC now. And now I'm just trying to figure out a good way to set up persistence on the root DC. And then we can pivot in. I want to do Mimikatz from here. Is what I want to do. Can this hit my web server or my VPN server? Good. Beautiful. Let's go back to my web server where I already have Mimikatz. Oh, I'm already hosting stuff. Is Mimikatz in here? It is. So now, if we go over to here, cert util URL cache .f 10.200.116.12 port 8080 Mimikatz. I don't know if I have to specify an out file or not. Beautiful. Looks like it's working. Downloading it at least. And guys, I got to jump off in about 10 minutes to go get my daughter from school. But then hang tight. I'll jump back on when I get home. So I won't be off very long. Oh, did it not download? URL cache command completed successfully, but it didn't actually download it. So maybe I do need an out file. Access is denied. What? Okay, why is access getting denied on me? How can you tell me access denied? There's something stopping me. Something is stopping me. Let's do. Would be the best way to try to find the full path and saving the file. That's a good idea. Let's try that. It doesn't like me doing that. It's going to give me access is denied. This is probably something Amoeba Man built on purpose. I turned off AV. Unless AV turned itself back on. Oh, maybe I didn't fully turn it off. Remember it aired out when I tried to turn it off? It bugged out when I tried to turn it off. So maybe you're right. Maybe AV is still on. You might be right. It breaks when I try to turn it off. My whole shell breaks. Okay. I have a few ideas on this. One, this is dead. But we're not going to let it stop us. Oh, I'm thinking I'm in PowerShell for some reason. There we go. That might do it for us. So apparently if you switch over to PowerShell from psexec.exe, it doesn't like that, or at least this version of it doesn't like it. I wonder if this will work though. Turn off AV. Nope. Ooh, modify the registry. Let's try that. It's really annoying that I gotta do this twice each time. Cool. Is my cert util URL cache wrong? Pretty sure that's the right syntax. Oops. 200. Heck is calling me. Don't they know I'm hacking stuff? No. AV is beating me. Server nullifier to make sure it's not an issue with the server. Good call. Good call. Oh, it doesn't like cert util. It's trying to block cert util in general. I'm going to try this one more time. Like other commands work. Ha 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 ha. Oh, AV. AV's hitting me, yo. We need to get this AV turned off so it quits bugging us. Let's try it now. I mean, we'll just give it a second to run. Come on, paste. What do you mean N? I'm not pasting N. Copy, right click, right click, right click. You guys see this crap I'm dealing with? And look, it copies just fine there. We're just going to let this sit. It kicked me off of it? We're up against some legit AV. It kicked me off my shell. So we might have to pick a different attack path to do this. Can I get back on it? Try this one more time. Oh, gosh, I'm doing the wrong command in the first place. Just dang it. All right, guys. 307. Don't forget your daughter. Yeah, I know. I'm not forgetting her. I got to get her in 4 minutes. I kid you guys not, when I started my job as a pen tester, I was so focused on an assessment that I forgot to get my daughter from school. The school called. I think I realized it like 20 minutes late, and I show up and she's like in the office waiting for me. I'm like, oh, yo, I'm sorry. I don't usually neglect my children. Okay. This is where we're going to have to pick up at. We're going to focus, and we just have to think this through. You guys think this through. I'll think it through. If we can disable AV, we can run Mimikatz on the root domain controller, and I think that will give us a hash or something that we can access the rest of this. But we're on the root DC. Like, this shouldn't be that difficult. We can compromise everything else. We are the root DC. We have administrative access on the root DC. It's just a matter of how do we use that to compromise the child DC. If we can get Mimikatz on here, we can do it, I think, pretty easily, even forging like ticket type stuff. This is just showing my noobery of AD. Someone else who knows AD is probably like, do this and you're done. But I'm not that guy. So really have to think through this aspect of it. Tyler, but you have bi-directional trust. You're right. I did set the execution policy to bypass. Just -EP. When I did the -EP, that was setting it. So we need to abuse bi-directional trust. This is going to be the way that we do this. Guys, we're going to call this intermission. I'm going to go get my daughter. Give me like 15, 20 minutes and I'll be back on stream. So just hang out on stream, guys, and I will be back. We're going to pause here. I'm going to stop the stream, but stay tuned. As long as nothing pops up for work, I should be back on in 3:10 now. Probably 25 minutes, I think I'll be back. So guys, I'll be right back, and we'll keep doing this, and we'll see how far we can get. Be right back.